Hey guys, what is happening and welcome back to England's Road to the World Cup. We are here with episode number 17 and it's all going off again in this episode. We had a crazy one last one. If you didn't watch that, then go back and watch it. We packed an icon, which was really awesome. Now we are starting off with one of the foot swap SBC challenges. Now these are very few and far between. A little bit disappointed with this promo. There's just not enough going on regularly with it. Now I'm not really hating on it. I just think that there needs to be a little bit more involved in it because you go sometimes 2 days, 3 days where you've got nothing to do. The weekly challenges are very easy to complete. And yeah, it just becomes to a point where there's just not a lot going on with it. So we're going on with a couple more of these advanced SBCs. I'm going to try and stock up the club a little bit more now. Try not to worry about selling on 83, 84 straight away. But as you can see here, we start off with some of these advanced SBCs. And we pick a German goalkeeper is going to be Farman from Schalke. So yeah, I am going to try and save up players so I can complete some of these other SBCs, including the Culture Exchange one, which has a 50k pack reward. When Team of the Season comes out for the BPL, I'm going to open some packs. I'm going to save them up because also with the foot swap players, if we can get the other 10 cards, and you will see why I say the other 10 in a moment, because we are going to be picking up a signing from the foot swap, you'll be able to see that we can get an ultimate pack is possible. So as you can see here, next player we managed to pack out of one of these SBC advanced ones is Yaya Toure, 83 rated, and you don't really see him used a lot. Obviously you get a foot birthday card which is pretty decent, but his 83 card obviously useful for SBCs as well. You can see we get a Wobie there, but not a lot else in that pack. And this is the last one we're going to do with this section because I haven't quite got the players to fill out the other one, and it requires pack pool players, higher rated players. This one's an 80 rated squad. I think the next one's an 82. So we will do that at some point and get 12,000 coins reward for that. So the last one's going to be the mega pack here. And as you can see, we are opening that up and we don't get any boards out of there, which is a shame. But, you know, these things happen. We move on. Had a lot of good pack luck recently as well, but they're all good players that can be used at some point for something decent. Now, we're going to be doing the daily knockout tournament. This is because one of the foot swap players was available for winning it. I think this was second attempt. And yeah, we managed to get to the final. So this is the final, went 1-0 up, and then obviously we come straight in here with Vardy. We're back playing at Wembley Stadium as well, which is nice to have a bit of change because Foot Champs is draining if you're completing 40 games at the same stadium, same kits. Obviously we could mix it up, but you know, we're using the England kits, but generally it can become very repetitive. As you can see there, we make it 4-1 with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and then we come through here and Rashford is going to finish off the game there. Top bins, what a lovely finesse shot, and it was 5-1. We got the rage quit, I think we did, in the final. As you can see there, 5-1 up, 43 minutes in, absolutely killing it, and we do manage to win the daily knockout tournament, which will give us Alvaro Negredo special card, the foot swap one. Now, you guys probably seen the SBCs for it, and there is an English player, so I thought, you know what, we don't have to get him because usually it's just tradable players that we want, but Jordan Henderson is available and we are going to pick him up. So that was our second player there, and Jordan Henderson only requires 2. Now the reason I wanted to is this card looks so good compared to his usual card, and we're really struggling with good CDMs to pick up. I've been playing Oxlade-Chamberlain's in form at CDM, and he's good at picking up the ball, carrying it, but his interceptions aren't great, and his distribution from there at times can be really poor. So the Henderson is what we wanted to pick up. As you can see there, we enter our 2 foot swap players. We do get Jordan Henderson, and it looks like a really nice, well balanced card. So we're going to be starting using him from this weekend that we are going to be watching here. Now, first set of gameplay, for some reason it corrupted, and I was on 6 wins from 10. So it was probably one of my better runs of form. I really start off bad a lot of the time, but I was 6 out of 7 at one point. I think 6 or 5 out of 6, and I was doing really well. And then I went on a couple of games losses. But anyway, pick up the gameplay here, and as you can see, we got our win counter at the top. So this was our 7th win here. Kane coming through and scoring, and we actually get, I think, our best finish in terms of wins. We do hit this week. We hit gold 2. Which is pretty decent, and at the start it had me predicted to go Elite 3, and obviously I just know that wasn't going to happen. Don't get me wrong, I've got a good belief. We've got a lot better players now. We've got Harry Kane, who just seems to be able to finish anything, but the game seemed to have real horrible swings and roundabouts in it. Like, I had that really good start on this weekend, and then it just went horribly. Sometimes I was just losing games that I shouldn't have been. And you see there, Henderson picks up his first goal for the club, and it was a hugely deflected one. This one here in extra time, we managed to win 3-2, and we were playing with 10 men from before we went to extra time as well. But generally the gameplay, at times I really enjoy it. Generally I do enjoy the game, and I try not to get too frustrated with Foot Champs, because I think the reason that it's so grilling for players that are playing it is because it's records and it's getting rewards and stuff like that. But the rewards aren't always great, and you have to just remember that, if you don't win a game, generally most of the time it's just because you haven't finished your chances. There is bad things that happen in the game. The gameplay can be very swaying in terms of the way that you see your players' movement, the runs that they make and stuff. But generally I just try to get through the rough patches in it, and even in a game if I'm 2-0 down, try and grind out to keep it at 2-0, and then wait until the game starts, trying to let me have a bit more of my chances until the ball starts feeling like it's rolling on and off quite nicely. But on these set of gameplay, I actually got quite a lot of rage quits, which was pretty decent as well. Especially towards the end, I was playing quite a few late on a Sunday as well. See here an absolutely lovely strike from Lingard for our 21st win. We were going to try and get up to gold 1, but we didn't quite make it. You see here 22nd win here, Jamie Vardy coming all the way through in extra time, making it 4-2 to us. And then our final game, we make it 23 wins. Henderson there, nice little ball. Rashford, his weak foot finishes are incredible on that upgraded card. Now we're going to be going on to marquee matchups, and yeah, we got quite an expensive marquee matchups because it was for the European competitions. I have done my separate video on my main account for this, but it's all for the quarterfinals, which have all taken place now, and the draw's already taken place. But I thought I would try these out, see how we were going to get on. It was relatively expensive. I had to put a bit of money into it because I didn't have all the players, but I like to complete marquee matchups because you never know what you can get. And you can see the first pack there, we get Lauren Koscielny from a premium gold players pack. That wasn't too bad. The second challenge is Man City Liverpool. Toure we'd already packed, Stones we'd already packed, and we already have his upgraded card as well. So some of these I'm putting players that I'm not using in the Road to World Cup squads in there because they're just not good enough to be in the team anymore. But we will catch up with that all at some point, and I have actually completed the checklist for today, so it'll be nice to see what players we need to get. It's taken me a little while to do. I still might have missed out some stuff, but we get Kolasinac there, so we've had Koscielny already from Arsenal, then we get Kolasinac, then we got Bayern versus Sevilla. That looks pretty simple squad to do there, generally not too bad, pretty low rating as well. It was the last one, Real Madrid Juventus, that was pretty expensive, and as you can see we got another premium gold players pack. Will we get anything from this premium gold players pack? As you can see here, we do not get anything, no boards from that one, so a little bit disappointing. And we just end up storing all that stuff in the club, all stuff that can be used at SBCs. Real Madrid Juventus now, and yeah, this was the most expensive one. I ended up doing, whilst I was sniping players, trading with the least expensive player. So you'll see some of my trade pile in a moment. So we've got Fellaini there as a foot swap reward for getting that. So there's no overall reward, which is a shame because they can usually be quite a nice pack. But we get a rare election players pack, and I was hoping for something decent from these because you have a lot of rares in there, all rare 12s, and we do manage to get ourselves something decent. Balls drop down, we get French. I was thinking it's probably going to be Idrissa Gueye or someone like that, and we get Karim Benzema 86 rated. The pack luck continues for us, which is awesome because we've been it's just given us such a boost in terms of team. We're up to about 400 or K now. Once we get our weekend league rewards, you'll be able to see this in just a moment. But we did get Karim Benzema, and I go into my trade pile now. Once we've sold us some stuff, you can see Hernandez. He was the lowest rated card, and we managed to list up quite a lot of him. There's just some other Barca players, few informs from BPL that I was trading with. Minimal profit on them, but sort of 500 coins a pop. But we do manage to settle that. It gives us 361,000 coins going into the weekend league rewards. And as you can tell, we go in and gold 2 rewards. We could have possibly got gold 1. It was within touching distance, but we didn't quite get it. But I quite like these rewards. Rare gold pack, 45k, and then 2 rare mega packs as well, which is pretty decent. So as you can see here, we go into open the packs. Rare gold pack to start. This is just a 25k pack. Not expecting any boards from this, and we don't get any, but we get some nice rare gold players. They can be handy. A lot of the SBCs require rare gold players as well, so we do manage to get Smelcher there as well, and a little bit limited on gold left backs from Germany as well, so quite a nice card to get. He'll be useful to use at some point. And then we've got rare mega packs coming up. The first one here, we do get boards. Are we going to get any more decent pack luck, or has it all dried up for us? And we're going to get Spanish, always dubious when that comes up, and it's going to be Rtwc 84, so not massively impressive, but you know, like I said, you win some, you lose some with packs, and it's quite enjoyable just to be able to get packs and use them. And you know, if you're buying them all the time, you don't get that reward of like enjoyment of opening the packs. I don't think if you're buying them constantly, so it's nice on a Road to Glory type account to be able to open quite a lot of packs as well. The second rare mega pack, we don't get anything, a very poor pack there, but you know, it's not too bad at all, really. A lot of players in there that we can use. Now we're going to go on and finish up the episode by checking out the checklist. As soon as you see goalkeepers here, we've only got Jack Butland signed, and I don't really need to because Joe Hart's been upgraded now, so you'll see him being used from next week. Obviously it's in the team of the week from this week, and yeah, pretty decent. I'm happy that we've managed to get that upgraded goalkeeper card because we're limited there. Now defenders, all the ones that we need to get now is Eric Dyer and Leighton Baines, who's also got a special card as well. And if we want to get that Walker centre back card, we can, but at the moment I'm not really interested in picking up many of them unless we get some big upgrades. Now, going on to the midfielders, you can see I've mixed up and changed a lot of this, throwing out some of the cards that are not there, or some of the ones that needed to be upgraded. But we need Dele Alli's got a second in form. We haven't even got one of his cards yet. He won't be getting the team of the season, so we will pick up that 87 at some point. As for Raheem Sterling, we're going to end up looking for his team of the season. I think he'll get a team of the season. So going on to the strikers now, finishing up, and it's just Daniel Sturridge's Scream Team card. We've got absolutely everything else, so icons could be a possibility at some point. We're going to see how this series develops, because I want to put it in whilst we're going into the World Cup mode and stuff, so it's going to be decent. World Cup mode will be here, I would have thought. There's been a lot of leaks for it, so if you have enjoyed this episode, please drop a like. Any comments on what you think I should be doing, anything you'd like to see extra, then let me know. Thank you very much for watching, have a good weekend, and peace.